Hello, strange people of the interwebs. Welcome to Zooey's Kittygame Meowness. Today we'll be playing Michael's favorite PlayStation 1 game, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. As you can see, he's pretty much used all the save slots, probably on games I wouldn't like. Let me stroke his ego by putting Mikey's Videogame Madness. If you're not familiar with me, I'm the kitty at the end of the video that always says like, comment, and subscribe. I hope that sounds as good as the last part of the video. So we're gonna see what this game's all about. Even though he doesn't understand me, I have to hear this asshole talk all the fucking time. So I figured I'd try this game out for myself. If I'm terrible at this game, you have to give me credit. I'm playing with two paws that don't really work as well as hands, so give me some credit. This appears to be early CGI from a PlayStation 1 game. It looks almost as good as the Lawnmower Man. I only know about this stuff because of the internet, because all this stuff came out before I was even born. So this is pretty blocky. From what I understand, this is the ending of Dracula X Rondo of Blood, which was on the PC Engine CD, which is the TurboGrafx CD, but that's what it was called in Japan. Hold on, let me cough here about. So here we are, we're facing Dracula, who looks kind of weird with his white flowing white hair. It's kind of strange. It's a bit of a departure from all the other artwork you see on the video games. This scene is kind of known for its bad acting. When the game got re-released for the PSP, they actually changed the voices. Dracula's kind of an asshole. Even though the voice acting's really bad, you can kind of get a feel for it from just the kind of stuff that he's saying. I wish he would take off his shoes so he can poop on it. Does this have a poop on the shoes button? Because I really enjoy that. I accidentally pushed the wrong button there, but it looked cool. If you beat the game or type in the name Richter, you actually can play as Richter. But you have to know all his moves, and they're like Street Fighter moves. We have to do half circles and shit like that. You can't really die at this level. If you die, Maria resurrects you. Which didn't happen in the original Rondo of Blood. It's pretty easy. He shoots 3 fireballs. You jump over the first one. And when he says here's 2, you duck, and then you jump over the second ball. And you're pretty much set, and you just keep on moving around. I've seen this game played so many times, I don't know what to add to it. I know there's other videos that he's made on this video game, so I'm trying to do my best. Plus, I'm a cat, it's really hard to talk on a microphone. It just looks like he has to go to the bathroom. Really, really bad. That morphin effect probably wouldn't have been possible on the PC Engine, but it looks kind of cool, as well as the background. When Michael was sleeping, I took his PSP and actually played and beat the original PC Engine version, so I'm somewhat familiar with it. The original game was released not only on the PC Engine, but the PSP as the Dracula X Chronicles. And on that, you can unlock Symphony of the Night, in Dracula X Rondo of Blood. And then the original game's actually a polygonal version of the PC Engine game, but actually, and I think Michael does too, prefer the PC Engine version. It just plays a little bit better in our humble opinion, if you could call her opinion humble. It was Richard Belmont, the legendary vampire hunter, who had succeeded in finally ending the menace of Count Dracula, Lord of the Vampires, who had been brought back from the grave by the Dark Priest shaft, not to be confused with the Can You Dig It shaft. However, one night 4 years later, under the glare of full moon, Richter mysteriously vanished with no idea where to begin her search. Maria Renard set out to look for him. It was then that the fate intervened. Castlevania, the Castle of Dracula, which is rumored to appear once every century, suddenly materialized from the mist as if to show her the way. Meanwhile, powerful forces were struggling for the soul of a man named Alucard, the very same Alucard who had teamed up with Trevor Belmont to battle his immortal father, Count Vlad Tepes Dracula. Alucard, in order to purge the world of his own cursed bloodline, had submerged his vampiric powers into what was supposed to be an eternal slumber. But now he is awake and aware of the evil once again in his homeland. The time has once again come for the forces of good and evil to engage in their ancient battle. Dracula's castle beckons for you, and no man who shall say who will emerge victorious. Almost ran out of breath. Alucard was originally on Castlevania 3 on the original Nintendo Entertainment System. There's also an animated series on Netflix about Castlevania that takes that storyline and actually makes a TV series out of it. There's only 3 episodes. I think more episodes will come out at the end of this year and will tell the whole story. So we have Alucard. He's super overpowered right now. If you played any Castlevania game, this area of the castle should look very familiar. Sorry if I'm so quiet. This voice is really hard to do. Usually I meow. I don't usually talk in English. It's rough. Those boulders look kind of cool when they rotate. That's what she said. See, cats can be funny too. So pretty much you have these wolves and these zombies, and they're kind of getting in your way. It's kind of annoying, but you're overpowered right now. And now we get in confrontation with death, which you also had a confrontation with this death in the first Castlevania X, or Castlevania Rondo of Blood, whatever we used to calling it. There was a Castlevania X game on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. I believe in Europe it was called Castlevania Vampire's Kiss. But even though it shared a similar first level, it was pretty much a different game and not as good as Castlevania Dracula X Rondo of Blood. So now we have everything taken away. We can't even get items from the candles. What are we gonna do? So this game is considered a Metroidvania game, which is like a maze game. You slowly unlock abilities and able to get to different parts of the castle you normally couldn't get to based on the items that you collect. So it's like a maze. You go to one area that you can go to and get that item, and then once you have that item you can access different levels and so on, until you eventually progress to the end of the game. Some people beat this game not realizing that they're only halfway done, because there's an upside down castle. But you have to get 2 secret items in order to unlock it before you get to the end boss. And once you get those 2 items, it makes the game twice as long and you get the true ending. There's basically 2 different endings you can get at the end of the second ending based on the percentage that you beat the game on. Possibly 3, I'm not really sure. I've only seen Michael get to 199%. He can't ever find the thing that'll give him 200%. But if you beat the game halfway, it says you're down 100%, but that's not entirely accurate because there's a whole upside down castle waiting. The level structure is the same, but the enemies, the bosses, and the music are completely different, including the items, and you get more abilities, so it keeps it fresh and engaging. There's RPG elements in this game, as you can see. I just leveled up, which is kind of cool. The animation is really good. Ironically, there's a Saturn port of this game, and the animation was actually terrible, and the Saturn's known for being better at 2D games than the PlayStation 1, so that's kind of interesting, at least for a cat. So I got some max health, so that'll raise my health a little bit, so that's kind of cool. And I'll go up. I guess you would call it stairs. I don't know what you would call it. This game doesn't really have true stairs in it. And luckily, since this is a newer game, it actually draws the map out for you. Like back in the day when they had Metroid on the NES, you would actually have to take a piece of paper and draw out the map yourself on graph paper. But you don't have to do that in this game. How convenient! Those things drip poison. You can get a poison status in this game, but it's pretty useless because it doesn't take that much health and it's not a status that actually hurts you until you actually use it. Antidote, it actually only affects you for a short amount of time, so I wouldn't stress out over being poisoned. And the poison effect's more like, if you get hit, it takes away more health points. So it's really not that big of a pain in the ass like it is in other games. Sometimes I like to challenge myself with those axemen and actually try to hit the axes before it actually comes back to them. This is what a save point looks like. You get a polygonal coffin. This was on an early Nintendo system. They wouldn't have been able to draw the crucifix because Nintendo back in the day refused to put any kind of violence, blood, or any kind of religious symbolism in their games. So we fight these 2 bosses, which I believe were first introduced in Super Castlevania 4. They're kind of a joke, but I'm getting my ass kicked because I haven't played this game in a long time. What do you expect? Plus, I have 2 paws. What am I going to do with 2 paws? How am I supposed to push the button super fast? But anyway, it's best to have the axe to use it up in the air so you don't have to worry. The axe is like the best secondary weapon if you ask me in the game. And of course your hearts tell you how many secondary weapons you can use. It's best to try to get the bone character first. I forget what his name is. And then the demon character will eventually turn red. Kinda like he is now. And he gets more powerful. But as long as you duck, you can avoid those fireballs. But I'm being super sloppy because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Because I'm a cat! So, now my health went up a little bit. And now I'm off to my journey of Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Anyway, I hope Michael continues to post videos, because I can't do this anymore. It's hell on my voice. But anyway, I hope you're all doing well. Check out my ending. If you want to, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.